What's up, boys and girls? Some stuff to cover today. Probably going to do podcasts about this too. I don't know which platform to go with yet because I am back to 80,000 on TikTok, which is kind of cool. And thank you for everyone that has done that. I made a sweatshirt. Perception is key or some shit like that. But that's not really the point. I want a website for the mask, for the Rorschach mask. And it's not trademarked by whoever the fuck made Rorschach because Rorschach is a test with an ink blot. All right, let's talk about learning. I'm going to talk about learning. Let me just put my shirt on. So what is learning? First, to know how to learn, you have to understand how to concentrate. And no one's ever taught you how to concentrate, but everyone's told you to concentrate, right? Think about it. Concentrate. You got to concentrate. Don't lose focus. Okay, cool. How do you do that concentrating thing? How the fuck are you going to teach me? How are you going to tell me to concentrate when you never taught me how to concentrate? What kind of shit is that? Talking about fly. I ain't got no wings. No, too bad, bitch. You know? All right, so basically the way for you to learn now, you're an adult. Hopefully most of you guys are adults and girls. If not, then shit. It's something to look forward to. Is you can't go back to the old textbook maneuver of it because you're an adult. You've already know things. You've learned things. You have your own opinions, perceptions, fears, and most importantly, deficiencies and weaknesses. Your defenses, like you put up a defense mechanism, a wall against something that you don't like because you can't do it or whatever it is. You don't know that you have these because that's what they are. They're shields. Now they shield you from everything whatever you're shielding yourself from. So if I'm really, really shy, I'm going to shield myself from parties and social gatherings because I don't want people, I'm going to go out there. So your deficiency or your weakness technically could be said that is shyness, right? I'm not saying that's a weakness or a deficiency, but for all intents and purposes, say it is, right? So say, for instance, you want to become different, better. And by the way, if you don't want to become different and better, or just different in general, if you don't like change, you're going to have a really, really rough time in the next couple of lifetimes, including this one. Because if you don't control your change controls you. If you like things just the way they are, very monotonous, very in its place, that's okay. But you have to have an aspect of change in your life, whether it's learning or just anything. Like for me, for instance, I change my furniture like once a month. Just a little bit. I switch the couches. Like behind me, there's 2 couches there. I switch them. You know what I mean? I put put the TV up, put it down, just because there's a different change. And every time you make a change, you alter your perception of everything a little bit. So, like, we're not going to go as far as saying you create another universe, which parallel you exist, and which actually is a thing, but that's a little complicated for now. Let's just say that if you don't make a change, you will be controlled by change, because little by little, time over time, you will start to stray from that you that started the change. You change every day, period. I don't care who you think you are, you change every day. Your mind changes every day. Your physical appearance changes every day. Little by little, maybe, but still. For instance, if you haven't seen someone in like a long time and all of a sudden, oh my God, what happened to you? What happened to your hair? You look different. And the person doesn't notice. Like, oh, I cut my hair years ago, you know? Like, what do you mean? Because they're them. You haven't seen them, so you're a different perspective. So looking at that person from a different person's perspective is what I'm talking about. If you make little changes in your life, you will see shit that you haven't seen before. You've experienced shit you haven't experienced before. And it's not going to be astronomical, but as long as you're feeling it, even if it's coming into your room and seeing your couch is different and you're like, oh, or dropping your jacket where you're used to and it just falls on the floor because the hanger's not there anymore. Oh, but that's a different perception. It will register with your subconscious, whether or not you realize it registering now here in the foreground, consciousness, whatever. The point is you have to do that because as a human being, you have to adapt. Survival of the fittest, all that shit is about adaptation to your surroundings. Now, there's a person on TikTok that did a post that I absolutely love. He said that jack of all trades, master of none isn't the full quote. The full quote is jack of all trades, master of none is often better than master of one. You know what I mean? Because if I know how to make fucking shoes really well, like a bad motherfucker, I know how to make shoes. But I can't shoot a deer to save my life, and all of a sudden, there's no food, but I'm going to have to boil my shoes because I can't shoot deer. If I kind of know how to make shoes and I kind of know how to shoot deer, now we're talking. Because now I could shoot the deer, hopefully, probably, eventually, because I kind of know how to do it. And then I'll make a shoe. Maybe I'll fuck it up the first 2 times, but hey, the third time I'll get it, and now I'll have shoes and food while the shoemaker is out there boiling his leather. You know what I mean? So the point is you have to open yourself to as many possibilities as you can. How do you find your weaknesses if you don't know how they are, what they are? Simple. You ask. Or you look at yourself. Look at the people that you admire, the people that you aspire to be, people you're jealous of. And by the way, those 3 things are all the same. Just because you admire somebody doesn't mean you're not jealous of them. You are. It's in a nice way. Jealousy is often negative because that's what it is. People just envy people, but that's not what I'm talking about exactly. If somebody you're jealous of is somebody you admire, you just don't want to admit it. You know what I mean? And actually, the qualities that you admire or are jealous of in them is the qualities that you don't have. Because if you had those qualities, you'd either be competitive or accepting of them. Now, look at the people you admire. Write down a list of qualities that they have. And then think about it. Do I have those qualities? You probably already don't have to do this because you already know. Like the things that I'm saying to people that most people actually that hear this either don't want to hear it, or because they know already and they just don't want to do it, or they might not know, but you know. It's often the things that make you uncomfortable. It's often the things that make you want to end a conversation, want to turn me off, turn off the person talking, just go away from it because it's a fight or flight. Or you argue with me over it. No, he's fucking wrong. It's bullshit. It's because you're arguing. It's fight. No, turn it off is flight. You're still a human being. You can decode any human being as long as you know that they're a human being. So if they have eyes and a chin and blood inside of them, I'm not a fucking android. I don't think either, or I'm like a really good one, but still, if they're a human being, you already have the programming. The pre-programming to every human being is inside of us because we've been cavemen and yada, yada, yada. Just like a dog will pee and then kind of that with his leg because he's kicking his scent over. He doesn't even know why he's doing it. He just kicks it. Well, it's because that's what they do. They pee to mark their territory. Why do they pee a little bit here and a little bit there and a little bit there? Because he's marking his fucking territory. This shit is mine. That's a code of a dog. Same thing as a code to a human being. It's just a little bit more complicated. We don't pee everywhere, but we do, if you think about it. Like not in a literal sense, but you know what I mean? With our minds. There's things that we do that we can't help no matter what. And the thing that separates is the people that know and do it well from the people that don't are the people that realize those things and know how to manipulate those things against other human beings. So people that are good manipulators, narcissists, shit like that, people that all these fucking quotes are about, no, he's such a narcissist. Oh, don't leave him, girl. Leave him. He's a narcissist, a bitch. Women are way worse than men, and you know it. They just have a very, very soft and sensitive and gorgeous smelling, beautiful, touchy side that men can't resist. And it's true. They're fucking awesome. But they're way more savage than guys ever could be because they think ahead. Girls think long game. Guys think short game. But no matter what, you have to change things about yourself almost on a daily basis if you want to keep in tune with what's going on. Because then you're just again abolish it all. Like the grandpa that doesn't want to use a phone. Next to the grandpa that knows how to use a phone is posting TikToks, doing voiceovers. It's just that he's making value. He's creating value by just adapting to the world and changing. Meanwhile, the grumpy grandpa that doesn't want to do it is kind of subtracting value. And me, he's going to return to be the same grumpy grandpa again because he didn't get it this time. You people don't understand doesn't matter what you believe in. I don't care what God you believe in or if you believe in a God. You've been here before. You know that. You look in my eyes. You know you've been here before. And you know you will be here again. Stop pretending. 2021. Wake up. Learn your differences. Learn your difficulties and your defenses. And upgrade the motherfuckers.